Hey guys, I do believe that we're live. This is Emily Leach. I am here today with Alicia White. She is going to be coming out to the Freelance Conference here in September. Thank you so much for giving us a few minutes of your time today.
Oh, I'm so excited, Emily. I cannot wait to come into Austin and share and learn with others.
Yeah, so real quick before we jump into this, I'm going to run over to my Facebook page, and any of you guys that are already online with us, if you'll do the same and share this live stream out with my personal page. So I'm going to do that super quick. So everybody just hang on for just a moment. It's live. Yes, Anna says hello. So I'm going to go ahead and share this. Sweet. Okay, so it is on my page. I don't know if you were able to do it on yours, but I know that Anna will put it on hers. And so again, if you guys are out there and you're watching, put it on your page, share it out, and then invite some friends, and that will give us some exposure. And this will, of course, stay on our Facebook page. And we'll, send traffic to it and stuff as well. So I want to keep this to 15-ish minutes.
Perfect.
So I just want to jump in super quick and just kind of get a feel for who you are. I mean, I've gotten to know you a little bit over these last few months, having different conversations, but I know you have some interesting pieces to your life. If I remember correctly, you're a volunteer firefighter?
Yeah, so there is a fire background. For the last 19 years, I've actually been a volunteer fire photographer for the Wiley, Texas Fire Department. And it has just been one of those hobbies that actually in 2012, I believe, they actually wrote what I do, called photo documentation. Okay. They wrote what I do into the standard operating procedures. I don't get paid, but that's okay. I still have my bunker gear, my helmet, and I go on scene, and my husband joins me. And we've been doing that for 19 years now. We go to accidents and fire structures, and we see people at their most vulnerable times of their lives. But we're really there to capture the firefighters in action. And those photos are often used for court cases, like in drunk driving. Yeah, and for teaching trainings, how to ventilate a house properly. So it's been really cool. Yeah.
So I do have to ask how you got into it. I mean, talk about a niche. And talk about something that, you call it a hobby, but hobby in my world is, I don't know, taking up some woodworking, maybe gardening. My most probably interesting hobby would be, rowing a sculling shell. So, just fill us in a little bit.
Right. Well, I enjoy those things too. But at any moment's notice, I can be up at 3:00 in the morning and go to a structure fire and then come home, take a shower and try to go back to bed. And then I don't sleep. And so I go to work. But anyway, it started, I was a nuclear medicine technologist when after graduating high school. I got my degree in nuclear medicine. And I worked at a hospital for 10 years. Wow. So I'm an evolving freelancer / entrepreneur.
You're an evolving human. Let's just be real.
Exactly. I've been evolving from day one. And I haven't stopped. But when I went back to college to get a degree in mass communications, the photojournalism class, the teacher said, find a subject that is dynamic, that's going to give you several photo opportunities over the next 6 weeks. I went to the fire chief and I asked, may I take pictures of the fire department? He said, sure. And I've been doing it ever since 1998. Yeah.
That is a great story. Awesome story. Now I want to dive into your career. So you're a freelancer now.
Yes.
And I love the fact that, I teach, when I do teach freelancers, I teach them to niche, right? And some people, really pushing back against it, but I love what you've been able to do. So I know that your craft, I guess, if you will, is graphic design, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So tell everybody just a little bit about, one, how you've niched it. And again, how you made the decision to define that niche.
It's so funny. Sometimes things just land in your lap, and that kind of is what happened to me. In 2004, I quit my corporate job because they were eliminating positions. I know, right? And I became a freelancer for the first time. As a matter of fact, I remember in the interview 4 years prior to me stepping away, the gentleman, the director of marketing, asked, "So, where do you see yourself in 5 years?" Everybody says, "Oh, I see myself going up the ladder and doing blah, blah,
sitting
blah."
in your seat."
Exactly, right? No, me, naive, innocent me, said, "I see myself owning my own web design firm." What? And he hired me because of that, because I was so honest.
Oh, wow.
And, yeah. And so in 2004, I left, and I did start my own graphic design firm, and it really is just me, but I had a lot of people helping me along the way, print vendors, things like that. But I was working with everybody from an owner of a restaurant to mom and pop shops, car washes, a few hospitals. I was able to get in the door that way and do freelance work, graphic design for them. So that would be creating brochures and business cards and any kind of flyers and restaurant menus, and then a little bit of website design. And then in 2011, I had a life coach, ask me, "Could you write something for me that I can send to event planners? Because I'm going to start speaking. I'm going to start growing my business through public speaking."
Okay.
I went, "Huh, that's interesting." So I helped her with creating a flyer, and then I realized I went to a seminar where there was a nationally known speaker. Internationally known speaker. He's a multi-million-dollar sales coach, and I watched him give tons of value for 2 days, and he didn't have branding in place. He didn't have products that were priced in my price range. He didn't have anything that I could take home with me. He gave me value for 2 days, and I had my notes, but I didn't have a way to contact him, no business card, nothing. And I thought, if there is a multi-million-dollar speaker doing, making mistakes at the back of the room, leaving money at the back of the room, and you can read that whole story in my new book. I've got a new book called The Successful Speaker's Handbook.
I didn't know that.
I do. And Tom Ziegler has endorsed it, so I'm very excited about that. It's available on Amazon. But that whole story is in my book. And if a multi-million-dollar speaker's missing out on product and branding themselves as a speaker, as an expert, then so are my coaches, my freelancers, and entrepreneurs. And that's when Back of the Room Productions was born in 2000.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
That's an awesome story too. You were just full of awesome stories.
Thank you.
So what you're going to do is when you come to the Freelance Conference here in just less than 8 weeks and teach to our amazing audience. We have people coming in from Ukraine and Amsterdam and all over the United States. So right now it's getting super exciting watching these ticket sales pick up. We're in that space, right? It's where all the things that we've been kind of dealing with that just make you go, why do I do this again? You have those days, and ticket sales aren't really happening yet because it's too early. But even though it really is logically too early, you still want everybody to buy your tickets. So, we're just not all on the same page, but regardless, now that's starting to happen. So it's getting crazy excited. Yeah. And you're going to actually come out and do a 90-minute workshop on, well, I would call it how to promote your business using, public speaking or engagement and stuff like that. But how would you word it? Would it be different than that, or?
For me, I tell people, do you want to grow your business through public speaking? Grow your business through public speaking.
I know I have.
I as well. I mean, just this past week, I spoke in Las Vegas at a speakers conference, and I walked away with money in my hand. And not just money in my hand, it was relationships that I formed. So while I may not have done business with a potential client at that time, I know in 6 months they'll come to me because of what I do, graphic design, branding consultation. I offer strategy on products and things like that. But at your conference, at the Freelance Conference, I'm going to teach people what they need to do or what they can do to set themselves up as a speaker. Because forget the cold calling. Get in front of it.
Oh, it's awful.
Yeah,
it's awful.
Yeah, forget the cold calling.
It doesn't work.
Yeah. And get in front of, 20 people, 5 people, 100 people.
They're the best. Yes.
Right? And share your message. And then I'm going to teach you how to tell people your value. I want people to know your value. I'm going to teach you how to outline your speech. And then I'm going to teach you how to give an offer at the end of the speech.
I know. I'm like, wait a minute. What? Because let's just face it. Almost all of us suck at that. But real quick, I know that you know this. So, but before I even dive into that, so in case you haven't figured it out yet, her niche in graphic design is she only works with people that either are speakers or are building up that side of their business to be a speaker. So in fact, you're working on my one sheet right now. It's probably, I think, become more of a challenge than she expected. But so far, I haven't gotten any additional charges for it. So I guess I'm still within that area. But there's a lot of people out there that are just freaking scared to death to get in front of a group, even 5 people.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, they are.
Is there anything that you teach or coach them through it, or is that just something that they just maybe aren't meant to do?
Some people really aren't meant to do it, but the ones that know, that are confident in what they provide, it's easy to get up there. I'll rephrase that. Okay, so a few years ago, I became a graphic designer, or before I became a speaker, I was just a graphic designer. All right. And being just a graphic designer was fine, except I remember someone asking me to speak at her event, and I said, "Oh no, I'm just a graphic designer. I'm not a speaker." She said, "No, you're a speaker." I said, No. Well, I got in front of the group, and I was like, they're not going to want to hear from me. They know all this stuff. Guess what? People don't know the stuff, and you have expertise they don't have. Even if you have done 1 or 2 more projects than one person, you're the expert. So I remember getting in front of this group of about 20 people, and I said, there's 3 C's to branding. And they all picked up a pen, rated their paper, and then they looked at me and waited. I went, oh gosh, now I got to give information.
I know. It was like, I got to go to the bathroom. I'll be right back.
Exactly. But I mean, it boosts your confidence immediately. Once you realize, number one, who your target audience is, we're going to work on that. What your value is, we're going to work on that. And then the points that you're going to drive home to them and make it relatable. If you can get up and do a 30-second spiel at a networking group, then you can do a 30-minute talk. Yeah.
And most of the time, they're not even 30 minutes long. I mean, realistically, most talks are 15 to 30 minutes long.
Exactly.
And I know in the beginning, one of the things I did that was really helped was I would only talk for like 10 or 15 minutes, and then I'd open up for Q&A. And then I might speak again, but it does a couple things, right? It fills in the space. It allows you to get a little bit more comfortable and then connect with the audience. Mm-hmm. And it gives the audience an opportunity to connect with you. And now you have more content. If for some reason you're kind of running out or you're just feeling a little scared. So that was a trick that I learned and it's been almost my trademark now because it works so well.
Oh yeah. That's a great way to do that. And even there are people who will speak for, 10 minutes and then just do popcorn strategy sessions with people, one-on-one. Okay, have them stand up with a microphone. What's your challenge? All right. And then they give them the strategy and consultation right there on the spot. And that promotes you again as the expert, which is what you want so that you can drive more business to you. Yeah.
I love it. I love it. Well, we're pretty much at our 15 minutes. And so just a super quick recap. What are people that come to your particular workshop within the Freelance Conference going to walk away with?
They're going to walk away with an outline on how to begin public speaking, how to craft their speech, their offer, and also some branding basics.
Awesome, man! I cannot wait to have your event, your session within the workshop, and within the conference. I got all tongue tied all of a sudden. And in case you don't know, I think we talked about this, but we're going to have one of the Mevo cameras at the workshop, so that we will be capturing it. And then those people that are, of course, at the workshop. So in case you come and it's 90 minutes is a lot of content. And sometimes you want to go back to it, they'll have access to that because we're going to take that video and make it online and then make it available online. And then people that can't attend, they might decide to buy a, post-event. I think it's $93 or something like that for one of those. And they'll get access to the workshop. Yeah. Thank you again so much. It was great having you.
Thanks, Emily. I'm excited.
Yes, me too. So if you don't have your ticket yet, freelanceconference.com. Go ahead and grab those babies. Price is at $303 until August 10th. So you might want to get that pretty quickly before that price goes up. And come see myself, come see Alicia, and a whole bunch of other speakers. All right, that's it. We're out.
Thanks.
Bye, guys.